friends, it's Tanya, the Canadian Stamper. It's Saturday and it's March 5th already. Crazy. And did you know that I realized, or I learned that March is National Crafting Month, I think it is. Yeah, so that was a news flash for me. So I'm gonna bring up your comments, and I have today a card that we're using Stampin' Up! Blends. And the blends, a colleague of mine at work is in Hawaii, and then I was up at 6:30 this morning, so I got to see the beautiful sunrise, and then it reminded me that I think I need to get some tropic beauty, sunshine, gorgeousness. So I'm excited. I'm always excited to craft with you guys. So these are our blending brushes. And yeah, it's gonna be cool. I've already made one card using some blending stuff, and I'm gonna tell you about some promotions, and we are going to talk about the in colors that are going to be retiring soon. And yeah, so let's get started. I'm just bringing up your comments here. So I have my phone like on my desk so that I'm not all jiggly and whatever. Oh, look at you all here. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Flipping now. Yes, so you can see on my mat here, it's already a bit messy. Who have we got so far? Look at you all. I love it. I've enticed you with my blending, haven't I? Okay, let's talk about what we're using. Timeless Tropical is the one. And oh, Jody, you're watching from your front deck in the sunshine. That sounds amazing. And you're like, literally, you could throw something and hit the ocean from where you are. It sounds amazing. Wendy, what are you doing? Oh, Wendy's quilting today. That's beautiful. So this is it. I'm really just gonna use this one here, and then I'm really gonna use most of the dies, and then sentiment. So I'm casing this card. It's from a gal named A New Ink on Life. So that's a fun name. So let's talk about what I made this morning. So I did this. I'm going to show you the colors in a minute so you can get your phone and take a snapshot if you want to see. And then I used some water to spray to get like the little, like the water droplets. And look at the card I made. So this is the piece obviously from this circle. And then I've used the palm trees, and then this is from a different stamp set just to sort of fill in. And then I heat embossed the sentiment. Rest and relax, you deserve it. I'm really happy. This is a 5x5 card, which I have envelopes for. Lance was concerned about not having envelopes to fit this. He's thinking. So I did these using blending brushes previously, and I have this from, I think I got on Amazon. It's Post-it note tape. I've probably had this for 5 years. So you take a chunk of this, and then to get this effect, you just rip it kind of jagged and put it on, and then you're blending, you know, to get these different colors. And then this one, I love, this one's my favorite. So the colors are just, I'm just so proud of myself. And then this is heat embossed in silver. Yeah, so those are a couple of other suggestions I thought I would share with you. I went to look for my video because I could have swore I did this on a Facebook Live, but I'm not seeing it. So I might have to see if I can dig it up so I can post it for you guys. Now, let's talk about blending brushes. So this blending brushes, they come in a package of 3. I have 2 sets of these, but like you don't really need, it doesn't come off, like you got to clean it, but they get stained. I don't know, some people have them in color families, some people buy one for every color. You do you. How about that? You do you. Gosh, I love seeing everybody on here. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's gonna be a fun card. So here's our stamp set. I actually bought this for my brother-in-law, who, by the way, owns KTC Taxes. And I did up his, I did up some custom thank you cards for his business, and he's got a tropical theme for his business. So shout out to Kevin and my sister Trina for KTC Taxes. We get to upload everything electronically this year with them, which is amazing. So here's the dies. This is called In the Tropics dies. I've taken a couple out just to prepare. So that's what we're working with. Now get your camera if you wish, ladies and gents, because I'm going to show you the colors we're rolling with. It's going to be, I'm not going to make any promises because I don't actually know which ones of these we're going to use. So for this other card, I used Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, and Mango Melody. The So Saffron was a bit too light, but I'm going to use it to overlay a stamp. And then Poppy Parade, it might be a bit loud for what we're doing, but we're just going to see what happens. So we're also going to use the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I think these are probably my favorite. I use them all the time. And we're going to use some classic matte dots. Whoops. And then in the set are these little dies. So I'm going to use the mini stamp cut and emboss machine to do these dies. Now, why I have set these out is because I've already put on here my cardstock, this adhesive sheets, these ones here. So I've talked about these a lot, but I've never actually showed you how I use them. So you pull apart the backing, which exposes a sticky side, which you're gonna attach to your cardstock. And then this is obviously not sticky. Then we're gonna run this through the machine a couple of times, and then it makes it a sticker. So I don't have to worry about my glue getting everywhere. Love it. So that's that. Now let's get to the good stuff. So let's organize our card base. I've got willow hair all over here. So it's just a standard A2 size card base. If you are following along or you're gonna take a stab at this later. And then I've got a piece of, this is Artfully Something. That's gonna go on here. Like so. And then this piece, and we're gonna use the Stitch So Sweetly. So let's blend this baby. I'm just putting all my stuff over here to the side, and it's gonna be a hot mess, folks, because later I'm gonna need something and it's gonna be buried in all this craziness. So let me just get my ink pads organized. So let's talk about blending. Blending. What do I want to start with? I'm gonna do, so this is, you can sort of see, I just want to bring in my other piece because I want it to be similar to this. I'm just trying to think of how I did that this morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm not going to list off all your names, but I see you and I say good morning to you. Good day. Thank you for tuning in. So we're going to do a little Calypso Coral. I think I'm going to start with this. Let's just take it easy here and get comfortable with this. So blending brush, let's talk about the mechanics. It's got a flexible head. These are also like makeup brushes. I've not tried makeup brushes. These are wicked smooth, like super soft smooth. I don't actually know if there's any ink on this one. Yeah, there is a bit from this morning. So I recommend getting a piece of paper and just starting. See how you do. There's no rhyme or reason. So because of this flexible head, when I'm picking up the ink on my ink pad, I'm just giving it a bit of a rub, and then I'm going off here, and then I'm just extending that gentle brush onto my paper. Now, what you don't want to do is pick up your ink and go right to your paper. Don't do that because you'll get some splotchy blobs and things. So when you pick up the ink off of your ink pad, it needs a minute to like settle into the fibers. Look at that. It's pretty. Can you see? It's just ever so slightly. So now let's get serious. So I'm pushing a little bit firmer and I'm here, and now I'm gonna press harder. So it's subtle. Not sure if you can really see that. You can. How it's a bit darker. So you can decide how much you want to pick up and push down onto your project. So now I'm going to go pumpkin pie. So I have my wet wipe. I've never tried this with the chamois, the stamp chamois. I do have it here ready to go. You know this one? Has anybody tried that? Using the stamp chamois to clean your doodad here? Your doodad. It's a... You're taking your blending brush. Well, this is a safe space, Kate. You can confess that you're doing that. Does it work okay? You're so funny. Okay, so now we're coming in with pumpkin pie. I love it. If you saw the sunrise, not necessarily today, but you know, any kind of sunrise when you were up super early, this morning specifically, it was beautiful pinks and orange. Was happy. Made me happy to wake up to that, even though it was 6:30 in the morning. That's all good. So I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna do Mango Melody next. So I feel like I'm gonna use this one, which is, let's have a little fleck in there. This is, I guess I do color families. That's what I do with these. I'm not gonna buy one for every color. That would be a lot of these. That's pretty similar, hey? Yeah, okay, let's keep going. See what happens. I'm gonna push a bit harder, and I picked up a bit more. Surprisingly similar to the pumpkin pie. All right, so now I have pretty much my base that I'm going for. So now I want this pumpkin pie to be bolder. So I'm pushing a bit harder. And I'm gonna come into the stretch here of pumpkin pie. All right, so as I'm doing this and kind of blending, you're gonna see how I'm building up the colors. So you can decide how much you wanna keep adding to this. There's no right or wrong, it's just when you go, yeah, that's the one. You know how I say, nailed it. This is not bad. I do want, I want more. I want some more color. So let me bring in this as a sample. So see, it's not as dark, and I want it darker. I want it darker. Keep rubbing off to clean your things, Pam. Piece of scrap paper until there's no more color. And then I change inks so that in the color family. Yeah, that's great. That's good too. That's probably something I could try now too. Let me do it over here. Because the baby wipes kind of make it a little bit damp. Oh yeah. But I guess doing it the way you say, Pam, it would keep the bristles dry. And then you could switch between color families. Maybe at the end of your project time, you could think about putting baby wipe to it, I guess, or stamp chamois. as Kate says, to give them a good clean before you kind of pack them away again. There we go. I'm happy with this. That's a good dark. This is Calypso Coral I'm using again. Yep. Kate, you're so funny. Going back with the mango to build up some down here. So let me tell you about, I'm going to use the mini stamp cut and emboss machine in a minute, but that is on sale this month, 20% off. And there's also a whole bunch of stamps and dies that fit into the mini that are also 20% off. So in my newsletter, I've put on there, I put like a little flyer of all of the things that were on sale. I should post that to Facebook too, just so you can see. And I think that's the only promotion going on right now. We're all getting ready for the new Stampin' Up! Annual catalog that's coming May 3rd or 4th, I think is the day. Morning, Zachary. Do you want to come say hi to the internet? No. Okay, I think I might be done. Yes, I always have a list of things, Kate, that I need to get after I watch tutorials and things as well. So what I didn't mention here, and you'll see me doing, is I am moving my cardstock around. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop. Am I? Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with the blending. So I'm gonna put these away. So then just to recap, I have used Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie, and Calypso Coral. Oh, Jody, that's a great idea. One for each color or two, excuse me, for every color family. One for lights, one for darks. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's good. Thank you for sharing your ideas on how do you guys store your blends? I just put them back in the bag. I guess because I don't use them like every week. There, it's good. Make sure this one's clean. All right, so now we're gonna spritz. We're spritzing. So there's a couple of tools I'm gonna use here. Thank you, Pam. So it's just a plastic bottle with water in it. And I'm gonna spritz. Just putting things away. So now I'm gonna spritz.
Where'd Dad go?
Dad went for a walk with Doug.
Where?
I'm not sure. Is that Durant's Lake or something? Okay, I'm spritzing. And I kind of want, I do want some kind of chunky water bits in there. Can you see that okay? And then I'm going in with my baby wipe, dabbing. So see, it's almost like a textured, it's almost looked like it, oh, it is raised a bit. Yeah. Okay, so I'm happy with this now. So let's bring in our card base because I need to do something called, okay, here's a good question. How do you guys make the edges of your card like as if they're distressed? Oh, this is not bad. Gonna rip a little bit. and I'm gonna crinkle a little bit. What do you guys do to distress your... Oh, Pam, you have covers for your brushes. The large ones go into a giant container. Oh. Yeah, into a container is a good idea too. All right, okay, truth be told, let me just, where's my distresser? Here. I have a distresser. It's not Stampin' Up, but I'm doing it because I feel like I'm struggling. Let's be serious. Stampin' Up doesn't sell everything. Sometimes you gotta supplement a bit. I think probably my scissors can do the same thing actually. Why are you wrecking this beautiful paper, Tanya? Maybe that's what you're thinking. You'll see. This is distressing. This is probably not good for my scissors. I should actually look up. Tim Holtz tool for distressing. Yeah. It is contraband, Kate. It's totally contraband. That's okay. You know, I think the scissors kind of do the same thing. Okay, I don't really distress much, but the new Ink on Life demonstrator, I think she's a she must be. What's her name? Jean Picard. She's done a beautiful card. I should link to hers actually after this. And she's distressed. And you know who else is an excellent, well, I like her style of cards, is Stampin' Hoot, H-O-O-T. She's in the States. She does this a lot. I should actually watch some of her videos to see what she uses for distressing. See if it's contraband. That's what we call non-Stampin' Up stuff, is contraband. So the distressing, this looks pretty good actually. I might just do a bit of manipulation here. I have done projects where I actually crumple the whole page. It's not bad. So run it through an embossing folder, then crumple it, and then use it as a backdrop for your project. Like put some beautiful flowers over it or something, and it just brings depth and texture to the card. Okay, I'm getting a little crazy here with my distressing. I'm doing this. And I'm making a hot mess. So let's clean this up. I think that's enough distressing. Putting my contraband away. I have tags Stampin' Up in my post today. The one day that I decide to use contraband, and I have tagged my company. All right, so now I'm using Stitch So Sweetly dies. Let's get this going. I want to see how big that is. I think that's bigger than I want it to be. Let's have a look. Whoops. So this is the, oh no, she's used the bigger one, Faux Show. All right, let's bust out the mini. We're gonna take this beautiful piece of blended paper and we're gonna cut it. All right, here's the mini. Oh gosh, I don't know if this actually fits. Stand by. Oh yeah. All right, so here's the mini. I think it's about $80-ish, and it's on for 20% off. So this is good. Oh, my paper might be too wide. It is, so I have to cut my paper down. So that's cool. I'm gonna go like this. So a special this month. I have the big one and the small one. And usually, I don't usually use the small one for big pieces like this, but I definitely use it for the other two little pieces that we're gonna cut. So now the trick with this guy, can you see it okay? Yeah. You gotta offset the plates a bit, ladies. So there's a bit of, unlike the large stamp cut and emboss machine, you just wanna offset your plates like that. So then it feeds better. And I have it going the wrong way, this way. Here we go. Okay, the table's probably gonna shake here for a sec. Oh, and my table, everything's moving. So there are little rubber feet on the bottom, which help it not move, but I've put this mat down, so that's why it's not really sticking properly. Okay, let's have a little gander. Look at that. I'm so happy with this piece. Love it. All right, let's cut our other little pieces while we're cutting. Where's my pieces? There we go. So this is where we're gonna try, I'm gonna show you how to, I think I'm gonna run the Aloha a couple of times through and we're gonna stack it. So this is the one, remember, where we have the sticker sheet, if you will, on the back. And then I want 2 of these leaves like that. And then we're gonna color those with our blending brushes. And we're gonna do this cluster of flowers. So this, sometimes the dies get a bit wobbly or warped. So I just kind of, it's very gentle, so they sit better on my page. Okay. Put it here, and we're gonna offset slightly. So you just wanna help feed it through initially. Oh. I always love seeing what it looks like when it comes out, yeah? So there's our leaf. That's got a cool texture to it. So we'll put that there. And our flowers, which we'll pop those out later. And let's look at our Aloha. I don't know that I need to do it twice, but I'm gonna, because I want to try something. When I was starting to first craft, I used to stack my sentiments, and I haven't done that late. Oh, you know what I should have used? Shoot, Tanya. There is this. No, wait. This. Foam adhesive sheets. Stand by, ladies. I bought this and I've never used them.
When do you think Dad is going to be back?
Dad'll be back, Zachary, in a couple of hours, he said.
Like 2, man.
Like 2, yeah. Oh my God, I don't really actually know how to use this. So we're gonna wing it. We're winging it. So this is like a sheet of dimensionals that are not cut into little hexagons. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. Have you guys ever used this, these foam adhesive sheets? I need another piece of black. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. So I'm gonna add this to here. We're gonna see how we go. I'm not sure if it matters which side I peel off. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And I'm just gonna pop this black out of there. So because this is pretty tall, okay, full disclosure, ladies, I have no idea if this is gonna work. So I've got my foamy back on there. This will be embarrassing if it doesn't work, but such is life, hey? Don't know until you try. Okay, let's see how it feels when it goes through the rollers. Oh yeah, that's smooth, that's cool. Oh my gosh, it may have worked. Oh, I didn't quite catch the L there. Yep, it's working. I don't know how to get this off of here though. Oh, look at that. Okay, this seems kind of clunky, but it works. It works, guys, it worked. I just have to pop it out. I'm just trying to be gentle. Oh yeah, going out the back side is better. I'm trying to not warp it when I take it out. What's happening here? Thanks for your patience while I fuss. Okay, it's good. I can pull. I was just being gentle because I didn't want to wreck my sentiment. Oh my gosh, I love it. It totally worked. Where's my pokey tool? There it is. All right, well, I guess I don't have to cut that other piece. I'm so glad I thought of this. So my pokey tool, and I've just flipped around the other side. And I'm taking out the centers of my foamy beds. This was an unplanned portion of my demonstration. We did it. Oh, one more. All right, so I'm gonna grab the green and deal with our leaves. So I think I'm done with this cutting machine. All right, let's get back on track here. This one and this one, then this is gonna go on here. We're gonna stamp the sentiment. Oh, but where's my stamp set? All right, so I want to get this flower out, and I'm gonna do a bit of a halo. I've not used this stamp set yet, so let's put this back on quickly. Are you guys comfortable with putting your stickers on your stamps? Lots of different ways to do it. You're gonna see how I do it. So this one's gonna be a little tricky actually, because I'm not quite sure how this flower is gonna, really, could that be that easy on the first go? No. So I'm going to just kind of keep rotating. I think I have found, so I think it goes like that based on how the sticker is going around. Oh no, I lied to you, it's not. Nope. I'm gonna look at what's that center thing called? Can't remember the name of it. Well, I could have done this before I started. It's not like I didn't have a ton of time. Okay, I'm too scared to do it on live TV, so I'm putting this back on. I'm gonna improvise. I'm improvising because I'm chicken. So what that means is, way back in the day, Stampin' Up, we used to, the cling stamps didn't stick very well, so we had these plastic sheets on here. Yeah, I totally cheated. I'm okay with it. All right, so I'm going with this. So this is So Saffron. Yeah, it's just light enough. I might actually do second generation stamping. Another half turn. Yeah, I was so close, right? So I'm gonna just overlay this second generation. Oh gosh, you can't even see that. Stand by, we're going full. Might actually need to do a different color. Oh yeah, there we go. Do you see how that's just a little bit of a halo in the back? I'm gonna go full strength up here too, see how that goes. Yep, it's good. It's good, good. You dread it? You dread putting the stickers on? Yep. Practice. All right, so let's deal with, oh shoot, I didn't cut my other leaf here. Sorry, guys. I got thrown off by my excitement there. Let's quickly cut this other leaf. And then it's just a matter of putting the pieces together. So what's the plan today, everybody? I know Wendy is quilting today, which is fun. I wonder what kind of quilt she's making. What's everybody else doing? I think I'm gonna use just jade. Oh, and this reminds me, let's talk about in colors. So in colors, 2020 to 2022, just jade, cinnamon cider, whoops, bumblebee, misty moonlight, which I'm so sad about. It's my favorite blue, and magenta madness, all retiring May 3rd. So if you're interested or you have them, then it would be good to get your projects organized with the colors. It's a good time to buy the re-inkers as well if you don't have those yet. The re-inkers are handy. So Stampin' Up! Will put things on sale kind of as the new catalog comes around. We'll get the retiring list. And yeah, sometimes they do discounts. What are we in, March? Yeah, so that'll be April. Probably April we'll have sales in preparation for the new catalog. So as demonstrators, we get to see the new catalog here pretty quick, actually, later in March. Okay, so there's my green. Now I've got another green here, and I want to stamp similar to how just the very subtle piece is there. I want to stamp some palm trees, kind of similar idea. So as you know, we're building layers for our card. Now let's decide if we're going full strength or the second gen might be a bit too light, but let's start with that because I'm chicken. Nope, gotta go full pull, ladies. Let's see how we go. No, it's not even showing. All right, we're doing just jade then. Be like that, colors, it's fine. I will adapt. All right, so let's clean that on my chamois. So this is gonna be fine. Ooh. Definitely second gen on this one, folks. Yes. That's what I'm after. Now we're gonna do this way. That's how she did it on her card. I might add some actually. I feel like it needs, sure. Why not? We're here. I think a lot of that's gonna get covered from our piece. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna put this together now. I'm actually gonna get rid of this mat because I feel like I don't want this on my project. How disappointing would that be? So one moment, please, while I just get rid of this. There we go. And don't forget, like, if you can use the back side of your work mat too. Don't just throw that guy away how it is. Oh, co-workers for lunch today. That sounds nice, Kyle. Of course, my glue is clogged. Oh, Kai is going to watch hockey. That's good. Bringing high tea home. What does that mean, Nancy? What is bringing high tea home? High tea. Sounds interesting. There we go. We're doing housework after this. Zachary doesn't know that yet, but he's gonna be super pumped about it. It's not gonna be happy about it. But we gotta clean out, we got a bird's nest, like a little birdhouse. We need to get that trimmed, or like the foliage around it trimmed so that the birds can get in. And some housework. That's the other thing we're doing today. Take out high tea like you're having, oh, I didn't know you could do that, Nancy. High tea at the Empress. All right, so now here's the stressful part, ladies, because I'm gonna stamp on this beautiful piece that I've worked so hard on. Now, if I was smart, I would get out, I'm smart. I gotta get my Stamparatus. Who am I kidding? Took me like a half an hour to do all of that. Let me just get my Stamparatus out of the case. Jody got me this case, actually. Thanks, Jody. All right, enter the Stamparatus. So the Stamparatus is going to ensure that I get a good stamp on my project. So if I mess it up on the first round, then the Stamparatus will allow me to do it again. No stress. All right, so let's talk about how I'm going with all my bits and bobs here. So this guy is gonna live up here, and then these pieces are gonna be down here. I love the background, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so then we're closing this to pick up the stamp, and I'm just gonna put this underneath so that it keeps it flat. Using Memento Tuxedo Black. Yep. I'm glad I did that. Can you imagine if I messed that up? So lame. All right. All we gotta do is put it together. Oh, Nancy, you started using your Stamparatus. Good for you. And do you love it? I hope so. Okay, I need my pokey tool to get my little flowers out. So these, the die is like one piece, but the flowers come out in threes. Individual, I mean. So I could put some color on these, but I put my mat away and the card I'm casing does not have it. So I'm skipping it. I'm just gonna leave them white. I don't want the color to take away from the background anyways. All right, so I just popped this out because I'm not quite sure about this. So let's take this sticker. I'm just wondering if it's gonna be too, like the sides are too white. I probably should have colored it with a black marker or something. All right, let's see what it looks like. What do you think? Oh yeah, that's okay. Aloha. Nailed it. Okay, want this to not be so curvy. So alternatively, it would have been this. So can you see the difference in height there? I'm just gonna tilt it, see? So that's cool. All right, let's add, I think I might actually just frame it up going that way. And I'm gonna use some glue, Tombow glue. So what else can I tell you about? Oh, hey, listen, my card buffets are back. I have consensus from my family that it's acceptable. So I'm super pumped about that. So if you did not read in the newsletter yet, what is a card buffet? So sorry, Kyle, you have to be in town for it, but next time if you come over, maybe you can come over. You can line it up with one of the card buffet days, and so you attend in person. And I usually have about 10 projects, all pre-designed. I use, like, I can't repeat the same stamp set because what happens is that you'll get a workstation, and in your so you'll sit at your workstation and there'll be a whole bunch of plastic bins set up, and the plastic bins will all have everything you need to make a project. So like this one's probably a bit advanced, but for example, you would have all of the tools to make this project, and you would just grab the basket, you sit down at your station, and you make the card. The card kit is there, ready to rock and roll. I have the cut and emboss machine, embossing folders, all the things that you need. And you make the card, you put everything back in the basket, you keep your project, of course, and you put it back on the shelf, and then you grab the next one. So they're $3 per card, and then you can use them to, you know, make more card. Like when you go home, you can case the design to make more. Yeah, so that's what a card buffet is. Oh my gosh, look at this. I love it. Oh, forgot my ribbon, or this. We're using this natural twine. Shoot, it was supposed to actually go underneath that cluster. It does sound like fun, doesn't it, Lori? So before COVID, yeah, I did a monthly card buffet. So you can stay for an hour, or you can stay for 2 hours. You can stay for all 4 hours. I've never seen anybody make all 10 projects just because it's a lot. Yeah, so it's fun. And if we're lucky, we'll have some senior crafters like my friend Wendy Klassen. When she comes, she used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and she's got so many cool tips and techniques and tricks. And then, yeah, we get all kinds of different stampers and crafters with their own suggestions and tips. And yeah, so it's more than just making the cards. You get a lot of ideas from everybody else that comes. I mean, Wendy's not the only one, of course. But I have learned from Wendy as well. I think I'm gonna do both. What do you think? I'm doing it. I've decided I'm doing it. Oh, and I can't forget my matte dots as well. We're very close to the end. How am I gonna glue this down? I think I'm gonna do this. So this is the old version of the double-sided tape. Stampin' Up! Used to have it. It's been replaced by Stampin' Seal. But I just have some still. I think this might be some of the last actually. You don't see me use the tape runner very often, hey? All right, now let's put this on dimensionals because we can. So I use the edges when I can. Thanks, Nancy. So let's talk about some of the links I'm putting in the comments there, or like up in the description of the Facebook Live. There's a link to my YouTube channel. If you haven't visited there, I encourage you to do so in case you want to learn something or maybe share comments about how you craft and do things. And then there's also a link to every Facebook Live that I do, every project, I create a shareable link in my Stampin' Up! At my Stampin' Up! Website. And it's got all the supplies that I used for that project. And it's got the measurements for the card or the project. And then it also has the YouTube link. So that's what those links are about. So I encourage you to check them out if you have not, because there's lots of free tutorials there. So if you have some of this stuff, but you don't need to put everything in the cart, you can just check the boxes and add and remove things that you need or don't need. I'm gonna do it on an angle. What about this way? This way. Just want to pull a bit more of this out. Yeah, so I don't necessarily always have the projects ready to go same day, but since I was up so early this morning, it's there, ready to rock and roll. Okay. I think we're done. Okay, I'm gonna tuck this under because you're misbehaving. What's happening with you? All right, you're getting chopped. You're out of here. I love it. I love it. What do you guys think? Oh, I forgot my dots. Gosh, don't forget the dots. So this classic matte dots comes with white, like a very vanilla smoky slate maybe, and then black. I think I'm doing black. Here I go with my dots. I never know where to put my dots. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna do 3. Yes. Nailed it. I'm happy with that. So, oh, actually, let's see what's happening down here. Do I want these? I was thinking maybe I would put something in here. I think that the black is probably, no. Let's see what this looks like. Sure. It's not really much to see, but it does add. It's the little things, guys. If you do your projects and you're like, meh, I don't know. Just think about, dig up your little bits and bobs and just add a couple of fine things to the project. Like on this one, for example, we've done the light stamping in the back and then the very, like you can barely see it, but it kind of just gives a bit of texture. And then I've put Wink Estella on the white flowers and then added these little things. So it's just the subtle bits and pieces on there. So there it is, guys. That's our project for today. Yes, Nancy, I was thinking clear rhinestones on there too. but I've committed now to what I've done, so it is what it is. So let's bring in the project that I did this morning that's similar, using blending brushes. So there's the projects. I'm going to hold them up. If you want to take a photo, I will post the links and things, so do check those out. If these don't really float your boat, there's other projects there to check out. And as always, I appreciate you watching. I love to engage. I love having everybody participate. And have an awesome day. Hope to see you at the stamp camp. Sorry, I should tell you, not stamp camp, card buffet, which is March 26th is when that is happening. So yeah, have an awesome Saturday, guys. Bye for now.